Side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to his running back, Evans.
Brady's pass.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to play.
Screen play, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Delay of game, offense.
They ain't on outside.
And that'll set him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A shotgun snap for Smith. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Harris Campbell.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
3rd and long, it's Smith. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about what the play.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They have the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
Behind the ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Hines, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the
He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
makes it 3rd and 4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
On 2 yards.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on fourth. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. That time, a 9-play drive, and the Falcons score to cap it off.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Back out onto the field, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up second.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Dietrich Wise in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. To throw is Brady. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is taken around the 12. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
15-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Brings up 2nd.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. 1st down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller.
Brady's pass.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now left side on the swing pass. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. This a 43-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Buccaneers 3.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was the visitors from the north, the Vikings, who were able to get the road victory. A touchdown the difference, 21-14, the final score. From there, let's head to the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, to check in on the Broncos. And that one is at halftime as they lead the visiting Eagles. Melvin Gordon, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the Saints at home at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. 32-28, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. Fielded in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done. Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be brought down, and looks like right at the 15. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Returnable here from the 38. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
He's across midfield to the 48.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Third and 5.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Hughes on the tackle.
Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Up a 3. Brings up second and 7. At the Bucs 39-yard line.
From the 39, Smith. pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Sets up first.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
And goal.
On second down, it's Jones. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. They haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Alex Smith and the offense heading out for their next possession. He has to sort of pick himself up off the mat now, Charles. They were winning at halftime, now losing it. He's not playing well.
Sometimes you get into a position where you get a little bit too greedy. You feel great about how you're playing. Good first half. Hey, I can do even more in the second half. And then you make throws that you're not supposed to. As you said, he's got to start to turn things around.
See if he can erase those 2 third-quarter interceptions from his mind. Flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And his throw is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Smith. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Off of play action. Here's Smith. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
The ball carrier.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from having the lead. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Sterling Hawk-Richter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hawk-Richter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. As this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
A gain of 21.
The end result, 21 yards.
Buccaneers.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. The Bucs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
36-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game.
They run again with Hines. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
The tackle made.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Offense.
Come on, you serious, dog?
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Smith. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
A few better down a score in the 4th quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. On play action, now Brady. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. At the 49-yard line. Brady to throw again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. Sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady over the middle to Evans. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Number 14.
Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish him off.
The score that puts him in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
So all eyes on the Falcons. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route.
That's good.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Intended for Calvin.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Smith sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
Sterling Hofrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
So out come the Bucs now. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. To throw is Brady. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
The passer, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So here now is Kai Forbath with the pressure on. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Forbath will put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute.
21.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And now the attention on the Falcons offense. Trailing by a field goal. 33 seconds to go. Now they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Smith. He's going to let it fly. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Can't do that.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Harris Campbell, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it's Smith. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
On the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Ridley, incomplete. He was covered by Antoine Winfield.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Tampa Bay, it's a 4th win on the year as they move to 4-9. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. That's why I make another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the 100.